And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Thomas T, who asked the question, who would have fight, Kratos or Doom Guy / Doomslayer? Both the guys who have basically taken down the pantheons of respective altered dimensions, I guess we could call it, or altered planes of existence from Olympus and Norse pantheon and Hell, respectively. Doomslayer, obviously Doom Guy, has gone through a long and arduous journey through the games, fighting the forces of Hell just with his sheer grit and weaponry, to becoming pretty much kind of the true bane of Hell itself. If I'm not mistaken, he's kind of a holy weapon in his own right now. One of the things is he's capable of absorbing and metabolizing Argent energy via his Praetor suit, which reroutes it through his suit, set to combat fatigued subsystems into his body. This allows him to increase his health, armor, ammo to maximum levels. He also gets more powerful with more demons he kills, capable of just increasing his power however many folds. Obviously, there's always the power-up usages, ruin, absorption, and usage. He's a Marine, a former Marine anyway. So he has enhanced combat capabilities, mastery of all the weapons he gets a hold of. He is a extremely powerful and capable individual. Now, and Kratos, obviously the son of Sparta, is a child of Zeus. He's a demigod, and he became the god of war in the original 3 games, ultimately bringing about the end of the Greek pantheon and not Ragnarok, but I guess what the Greek equivalent of Ragnarok would be. And then with the Norse pantheon, he ended up bringing about Ragnarok, him and his son. He has literally slaughtered gods from the weakest of the gods, which arguably would be like Hermes, I guess. I mean, he's fast, but he might be considered the weakest of them, to Zeus himself, who, was the not all-father. He was the progenitor pretty much of the gods in many ways. And, I mean, the way it's described in the God of War series is that Zeus could shake the heavens itself, literally, and him and Kratos beat him. So theoretically, Kratos at his strongest, because the Norse version of Kratos is not his strongest. He's actually weaker than he used to be. He had to give up his godly powers. Him at his peak was enough to pretty much shake the heavens themselves. Add on the fact that he has the Blades of Sparta. He's a trained Spartan, and so he's trained in combat. The blades, I believe it's the Blades of Sparta, which are the blades attached to his chains attached to his wrist that just insert back into him. The multitude of weapons he had during the original 3 games, the ability to fly, the arrows. I'm sure I could think of more. This Hades Scythe. If I wanted to go into the 2 Norse games, we could bring in the Leviathan axe if we had to. The spear that could constantly just multiply itself. Kratos is a god slayer. So when you have who wins, the god slayer or the demon slayer? This is a bit of a tough one because while I think Kratos has the natural physical advantage, that advantage can be quickly mitigated by absorbing Argent energy and enhancing himself through his suit for Doom Guy. Doom Guy most likely also has just more options for weaponry overall, as well as power-ups, but Kratos has come from a mystical source ultimately. So, due to a divine source, I should say. And I think that is one big thing we have to take into consideration here, is that Doom Guy has been fighting the demonic this whole time, whereas Kratos has the blessings of the divine, at least divine by their standards. So, if I were to say who I think stands the better shot, I would say that I would actually probably lean towards Kratos. They would, don't get me wrong, this fight would probably be legendary. They would be duking it out, lots of damage being dealt to both sides. But the difference here is Doom Guy, Doomslayer, has constantly been fighting the forces of Hell. There you go. But Kratos has not just defeated one pantheon of gods, he's defeated another pantheon of gods. And if we continue the God of War series past the Norse pantheon. There's always the Egyptian gods you can go to, the Aztec gods, the Japanese gods. There are different pantheons of gods you can still, the Indian gods, there are different pantheons of gods he could still theoretically wreck shop. So the fact is, he has gone toe to toe with two different mythologies and come out on top. And so he's actually got a lot of different versatility in terms of an experience in terms of who he's fought and how he's fought them. Doomslayer just keeps fighting the demonic, and I mean, while that's great, it's not. I think it hinders him in a fight like this, especially because Kratos isn't the demonic. So any abilities he has that specifically are derived from fighting the demonic don't have an effect here. So whereas all of Kratos' abilities are still very much capable of being used in a fight like this. So my money would probably be on Kratos. That's not to say Doomslayer couldn't win, though, because Doomslayer has more modern weaponry available. Especially when you're talking about like the BFG. I mean, I think it was the Unmaker, but that's one of the weapons that deals with the demonic, so that really wouldn't do much. But the BFG is up there. Some of his grenades, they would all be weapons that Kratos isn't really used to. So, I don't know. I think personally it'd go to Kratos, but let me know in the comments below what you think, especially for you Doom fans out there. I haven't played a lot of the games. I've gone online for the information I can find. But let me know in the comments below who you think would win. Thanks for watching, though. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you folks tomorrow. I've got the Who Would Win, got the Little Mermaid review, and I got an extra birthday one tomorrow as well for Who Would Win. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.